We are.
But,
Okay.
we have a quorum, and it's at 6:54. And we're going to make a motion that we recess to attend the selectmen's meeting and resume sometime after the vote for the liquor license for Grow on Main.
Okay.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Recessed. Recessed back in at whatever time it is.
7:31.
Okay, vendors.
A lot. A lot. We still have vendors coming in today. I think I have room for 2 more
Two more
vendors.
crafted
No more
vendors.
food?
No food.
No food. No food. There's no room for food. Our menu is full. Plus, it's actually too late to be doing any of that with all the inspections and stuff you have to get.
Okay.
But I do have room for just a few more regular vendors. And we do have quite the variety this year. The menu for food is fantastic. I'm trying to think of what else I can tell you. That's all I got, besides going crazy because it's less than a week away.
And so far, the weather looks favorable.
Yeah.
Okay, so, organizationally speaking, you know, we got the beer gardens all lined up. The Ride Bouncy people are gonna be here at 6. Road closes at 6 o'clock. How are we doing with some volunteers?
Volunteers after our post increased, which was nice. I have about 8 spots left to fill if we're just doing the minimum of like 1 person at certain activities, like certain bouncies or.
Well, the bounties that are labeled Boy Scouts,
Yep.
you're considering those filled, right?
I have those filled with Boy Scouts,
Okay.
yes.
I do have to, I screwed up and lost the sheet that the Boy Scouts filled out last week. So I have to get them to do it again on Wednesday.
Okay.
When that happens, I'll take a picture of it and send it to you,
Okay.
all right?
Yep.
So that you know that spot. It's pretty much, can you send me a copy of the one that you have now?
I can.
Okay, so that I can, I'll know the empty spots for the Boy Scouts filling in,
Okay.
all right?
Outside of that, John put me in contact with several students from Franklin.
Yeah.
So I've communicated with them. I've assigned them spots. I'm awaiting a response. I've had good communication with the middle school and their class advisor,
Yeah.
or the acting class advisor, and she is putting out I think on Monday she put out a statement to the entire class, and she has told me she is going to try and get 10 to 12 eighth graders that will be willing to volunteer, give me their contact info, and we can sign off on their hours. So that would be a huge help. There are,
Getting some of them to help clean up would be great too.
yeah, so there's a few from the high school that I'm waiting to hear back on that are in the sophomore class, because this conflicts with the SATs for juniors and seniors. But I have 2 potential students from the high school for that. The Franklin students that contacted me today, they wanted late afternoon, like 2 to 4. I said it would be great if you could also stay until maybe 5 or 5:30, because we could use the help with cleanup. Waiting to hear a response. Like I said, I just acknowledged their email and assigned them spots this evening. So I'm hoping that they can accommodate that. Outside of that, I do have other volunteers lined up, another 6 volunteers outside of anybody that's already a part of the event. So.
Do you have the games all set with adults?
Yes, games are set for adults. The ticket booth is all set as well. The cash cube, that is good. Cash cube, you said there would be a scout assistant, right? For each of those to be like a prize runner.
Yep, I'll make sure that I make note of that.
Yeah,
and I'll have it.
so the adults, I have that spot all filled, and I just have scout assistant for the second spot for each of those.
For both the spinning wheel and the cash cube?
And then the spinning wheel, I have people assigned for that. I don't have any assistants. I have 2 people for each spot. It's a husband and wife.
Oh,
that I
okay.
have-
Perfect.
that I have
All right.
assigned.
Okay, so the spinning wheel, you don't need anybody?
No,
need somebody for-
unless something happens between now and then.
Okay.
You know.
So you need somebody, how long, for all day you need somebody, every slot? On the cash cube?
On the cash cube, I need a scout assistant for each of the 4 slots.
Okay. Okay,
What other questions did I have on that?
Do you have extra people wishing to donate time?
I have a few people that are available all day, and I schedule them accordingly, and said if I do get extra volunteers and I can give them a break somewhere in there, I will do so.
Yeah, each one should deserve at least an hour to go eat, walk around.
Yep. And if I get extra volunteers right now, I'm still, awaiting a few, but if I can get extras, great. If not, if I can fill a spot here or there to give somebody a break, then I can do so.
Okay, because Soda Jerk will need an hour off.
you got somebody for the soda jar?
You got Adrian.
Adrian.
We only got one person, but I'm sure he can handle it. If there's only one. Would be nice to have 2.
Is he gonna be there for the start? Because that's gonna be pumpkin sign up too.
Well, the Soda Jerk won't open till the pumpkin thing is done, I guess. There's only one person.
We had said that the pumpkin thing says what, they have to have their entries in by 10:30. That's an hour and a half into the event. So we're gonna need an assistant there. At least to do pumpkins. How about, so you have volunteers that are different, independent for like the stage crews to set up stages and stuff in the morning?
Yep.
Okay.
I have, let's see. Mornings, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 Saturday morning early volunteers.
Awesome.
Which is that
Awesome.
6 a.m.?
Yeah, that's good enough.
Okay.
Normally I'd say we'd need 8, but not anymore. The thing that required 8, we're not doing, so. And then I'm gonna actually add a couple more to that. Because I'll have Tim and I'll have, Jonathan Matthews is
Tim.
gonna be there early, so he's getting the ice for us. For the beer garden and the soda jerk,
Okay.
and then he's coming back to run the train, so.
Okay. And Tim will be with us on Friday as well. He confirmed that.
Yeah,
So he'll be there to help with that, and we can
yep,
let him know about Saturday in the morning. And what I've been doing is if there's some spots where I could use a second person on any activity, I've asked them to maybe see if they have a friend or a spouse or a relative that would want to help them with their shift. You know, if you're gonna do it, why not have fun and be with someone that you know and
Yeah,
want to
hang out with
spend
some-
a couple hours with, so, and that's worked out a little bit so far, so, you know, keep going down that path.
Good.
Knockerball,
Knockerball, I'm gonna probably fill up a good portion of from the older Boy Scouts.
okay,
I got a couple of them that signed up today. I reached out to them.
okay,
I'll include them on the list that I give you, when I take a picture of it.
okay, because right now I have some of the Franklin students in there, they're on the Honor Society, so.
How old?
They could be seniors, either juniors or seniors.
Oh, cool, that's the age.
Yeah, I wanted to have older
Yeah.
for that, so,
Yeah,
okay.
all right. So we'll, what, is it filled up?
I only have one person for each of the time slots,
Oh, all
except
right.
from 2:30 to 4. And then I might have someone as the secondary from 12:30 to 4.
It needs to be run by 2 people, so I'll
Mhm.
see if I can get a couple of my older scouts to do that with
Okay.
that. When I do it, you're gonna send me that, right?
Yeah.
So when you do that, where there's empty holes, I'll try to fill them with Boy Scouts,
Okay.
all right? Cool.
So let me just, I'm gonna throw the Boy Scout Troop 134 in there, and then you can replace it with names.
Yeah,
So that's for Knockerball and for the 5-in-1 Bouncy. That is all Boy Scouts from what.
yeah, the
what
5-in-1
you saw.
bounty is all Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
What about the obstacle course? The obstacle course has to be run by people that can handle the
I'm gonna put
situation.
Dan in there now.
Yeah, but he
Okay.
can't be there all day.
He's gonna do 2 of them, he wants to do 2 of them.
All right.
So right now I have one person who volunteered all day, and I have them in that the entire day.
Where?
old?
Obstacle course?
The obstacle course.
Oh,
It's,
we'll put Dan with him for a couple of shifts, and
I was
then,
gonna say, how old are they? Because,
this is an adult. She's probably in her 30s or 40s.
perfect, perfect.
Um,
Okay.
so who's Dan?
Dan
One of
is
our
one
scouts,
of, one of our
older
older Boy
scouts.
Scouts, he's aging out in a couple of weeks.
Okay. Dan.
Because we have a situation where teenagers like to sneak in the back way on that obstacle course, then they hang around inside, so then
The little
Parents
ones,
and
Yeah,
kids.
the little ones are afraid to go in.
the parents don't want their kids in there and the kids don't want to go in there, so that has to be controlled by people on both ends.
Okay. So, let me put Dan, I'll have him substitute this person for a break as well. Like, I'll have Dan as like the secondary, and then at one of the time slots, I'll have him as the primary, and we can either find somebody else to help with that.
Yep.
I have this person there for the entire day, like, they are gonna need a
Yeah,
break.
his last name is Phipps, Dan Phipps,
Okay.
with a P, P-H.
Okay. And he's locked in.
Hmm?
He's locked in, he's,
Okay,
no.
Yes, he's
okay.
locked in.
yeah, he's locked in.
All right, because those I'm making green are gonna go. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to, I've responded and assigned things to people, told them where they were to like probably a little more than half the volunteers. The others I have, I've reached out to them, but they haven't acknowledged yet. So I'm just gonna close that loop today and tomorrow.
Okay. Everything set with the soda jerk station?
Yeah, the only thing I'm gonna do is just clean out one of the coolers, but all of the hoses and everything have been cleaned and connected and tested and good to go.
Good.
We do need the CO2 tank from the beer garden.
Yes. Greater Good is bringing us a full CO2 cartridge for that,
Okay.
okay?
Do we need to go to the scout hall and get all the supplies on Friday and get those over to the library, or
Those are already done.
it's already?
I did them on Saturday.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, so, speaking of that, okay, John, his wife has been organizing up all of the prizes for us, for the cash cube and the spinning wheel. He had told me that he does not have a vehicle big enough to get them.
Yeah, I did that last year.
Huh?
I did that last year. I took my truck up there and.
Can you do that again?
Yeah, what day is that? Friday?
I don't know, it has to be, I guess it has to be coordinated with him.
I think we did it Friday night last year,
Okay,
if I recall.
all right,
And I think we put them in the library that
Yep.
that night.
Yep.
So, but yeah, that's fine. I can take young muscle Tim with me. I miss being a young muscle.
what else are we forgetting?
The race car, I spoke to him. He already was talking to Thompson about donating some tickets for their World Series, which is the following weekend.
Yes!
So
We come up with that idea,
that
that Thompson could come up with a couple of tickets.
I don't have confirmation, but he said that that was already being discussed with them, and
Yeah.
also some type of signage. He will be bringing the trailer with the car on Friday late afternoon,
Yeah,
like around 4 o'clock, along with his four-wheeler in the trailer to move the car from the parking lot down to the spot on Saturday morning.
yep,
Yeah, it's pretty much a go. I tried getting a picture of it all branded and everything, but he didn't get it to me in time. I wanted to have it for this meeting, but
so we're gonna have the driver here too.
he's trying to get the driver here as well, yes.
Okay, so the driver's gonna come like in his, like, racing outfit?
Possibly, it depends probably how warm it is, and, you know, maybe he just has like a jacket or something on, or
Yeah.
it's, you know.
Cause that looks
zipped
cool,
or
kids will,
something.
kids will get that, all the
Yeah.
logos and all that stuff.
But he did say that he's fine with, like, he's gonna have like a little step if people wanted to get into the car to take a picture, and then if little kids wanted to get inside, like, he would be there to help with doing all that, so. It's not just stand next to it. If they wanna get into it and take a picture, they will. It won't be functioning, spark plugs will be out of it, and,
Yeah,
so,
Kodak moment,
yeah.
cool. That's a nice little ad.
If you have extra students or whatever for volunteering, we do need people at the hat table, and if there's an adult who doesn't mind being at my table from 12 on, that would be great, in case I have to go run, do something.
I have an adult right now from 8:30 to 10:30 at the hat table. That's all that I have for right now.
Yeah, can do a whole lot.
Yeah.
I just usually like someone else at my table, just in case I have to go run, do something.
Mhm.
But I have someone from 7 to 12.
So, are you available for setup all day on Friday?
Yes, yep, it's already done. Is Dawn available?
We're gonna have Don Marsh on. We're gonna have Tim
Yep.
Barker. We're gonna have,
Tim Barker? Who's that?
Gallagher.
Oh, yeah.
no, we're gonna have Tim Barker.
Oh, Tim Baca. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he's awesome.
We're gonna have,
I like his brother Chew.
We're gonna have
Big,
Tim
too.
Gallagher.
You'll have quite the group on Friday.
Yeah.
You have trailers coming in, setting up on Friday as well.
Yes, I know that. I have trailers coming in, I have porta potties coming in, I have Atlas delivering Greater Good beer kegs. I have,
Now, describe Greater Good a little bit, so it's on film, who they are, where they're from. It's a craft beer, my understanding.
Yep, they're craft brewers. Yep. They're craft brewers based out of Worcester. They make a special brew just for us for Octoberfest.
Maybe that should be put on Facebook, that the Greater Good makes a special,
Okay, all right. Well, take notes of that, and we'll fire them to John to do. Matter of fact, I'm going to send an email off to Greater Good and have them share the event on their Facebook page. Because they have a Facebook page too.
well, that's neat that they are making a special brew just for the event. It's not something that they sell all over the place
Well, they
and is
right,
advertised all over.
yeah. They actually invented it for us, and they made it last year and canned it and called it Octoberfest with a K. So, yeah, so that worked. They've been a good supplier so far.
Tony, what time Friday morning are we meeting?
I'm gonna be starting at, what, 7?
Okay. I'll be there 7:15-ish.
Okay. Donald show up at, Donald Marshall will probably be the late one. He'll show up at 8:30 after he has breakfast at the picket fence.
Sounds amazing.
He likes the picket fence for breakfast.
And, what else? Anyway, we have a lot to do. We have to set up, position all the stage materials. We have to set up stage 2, in the back lawn. We have to ask the church if we can get electric. I forgot that. We have to one of the things is gonna be trying to get the trailers in. Hopefully there's no cars in our way. I have one of them, there's no overnight parking on Friday, but, and that doesn't say anything about Thursday. So on, if there's cars in the way at noon on Friday, of putting a trailer in, that's gonna cause me some problems, so we'll have to see.
Well, that means you need to contact that new hairdresser place, because that's where they all park.
That's kind of easy though, because we can walk in and ask them, to relocate their cars and stuff, or move it around so that I can get a trailer in if they're in the spot. It's the ones that I don't know where they are that's a problem. But when they become, I'm gonna be out there so long all day though, it's when they become available, I'll just cone them off. So like if, once a car moves, I'll cone it off if it's a spot that's gonna have a trailer in it, right?
Well, I can call them tomorrow and request for them not to park there on Friday.
Yeah.
So
'cause-
then when the trailers come in, 2 of them are gonna be placed where they park.
Okay, so
So
you,
I'll ask them,
yeah, so you can ask them if they
Remind me.
can park someplace else,
yeah.
for that day, because we're gonna be positioning trailers in the afternoon.
Okay.
Okay. What else?
I have items to go into the quiet space at the lodge for people or children that need to go in and hang out. Just chill out inside for a
How
little
many
bit.
quiet space signs did you want? I have 2.
I wanted two, one going up Depot Street and one at the lodge.
Okay. The one going up Depot Street, does that have to be two-sided?
I don't know. Be nice if it had an arrow in it, pointing up.
All right.
Speaking of signs, do you want me to make a cash-only sign for the soda?
Yep.
Yes, please.
Yep. Now, it used to be in the past, the soda jerks, we had like I don't think we can be too fussy now. We have an apron and a hat that
Found
they
them.
wear.
I found the aprons and ties.
Yeah, and I have the hats, and they're actually already packed up and at the library.
The aprons are on the front porch.
With another 3 aprons that I had
Okay.
I had at the
All right.
hall, okay? And then, but when Liam was doing them, they dressed in black pants and white shirts so that they were all uniform. I don't think we have to go that far.
No, you don't even see
Huh?
them. You don't even
Well,
see
even-
their
I would
below the
think-
waist.
Yeah, well,
With an apron and shorts, might look weird.
Well, they have an apron.
well, I just don't want them wearing this far out band t-shirt that doesn't fit the Octoberfest and the soda jerk.
Oh, okay.
We only have one person, so communicate them to them. You know, they don't have to wear slacks, but and I hope they're not allergic to bees.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have a bucket of soapy water right there, and they have to constantly clean throughout the day.
Yeah.
Yep. What else?
Our whole house is full of Oktoberfest stuff, and I think I have done everything on my list.
On the cash queue, you said that the smaller prizes were gonna be, you pull a duck or something, and then that tells you.
No, what'll happen is the numbers, like, the tickets in the cash cube, the winners have a prize number on them,
Right,
okay?
right. I know the prize is gonna be boxed by number, like 1 through 20, 20 through 40, blah, 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 but then you said
Yeah.
something about smaller prizes.
Yeah, the smaller prizes, ones that are actually too small to have a label on them or whatever, or those are gonna be in like a container, like, you know, and there'll be prize numbers, you know, like 50 to 100, okay? But then the prizes aren't labeled, so when you reach in, you just pick one, because they're all the same, you
Okay.
know, so.
Whereas
picture-
last year, everything was numbered and it.
Last year, everything
yeah.
was numbered. Some of them now, though, you know, we have multiples of the same kind of small prize. So what'll happen is if somebody wins one, they just reach in, you know, the bag or the box or whatever and take
Yeah.
one of them,
Okay.
right?
Race car, you said to have him there for what, 7 a.m. on Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll probably be there earlier, but we'll get a lay of the
Yeah,
land.
he's gonna have to position it in, and there's gonna be a lot of activity with vendors and stuff and
That's-
street
Oh, yeah,
closed and.
vendors start
yeah,
showing up at
yeah.
6,
That's why
definitely
he's
by
bringing the-
6:30.
That's why he's bringing his quad to connect the car to the
Yeah.
quad and pull it.
And he's
that
getting
way.
advantages because he's coming from the other end where
Right.
the vendors normally don't come in. The
Yep.
vendors are all coming in from the Depot Street end, right?
Yeah, but you'll have to let the detour at the end, the blockade, know that the car is coming through, because they block at 6.
Well, it's actually gonna go,
It's actually,
He's
he's
gonna
actually
go-
gonna go
yeah.
down, he's gonna go down
Oh.
Cottage
he's
Street,
gonna go
which
down
is
Cottage
open.
Street,
Okay.
because there's too much of a hill on the other side, the car is super low.
Okay.
So it has to go from that road across the lawn, across the walkway to that other section of lawn.
All right, he'll get there. I know that there'll be a lot of cars from the lodge people in
Yeah.
their parking lot.
I'll talk with whomever at the lodge in the morning just to let them know. Or even Friday when we're out, I'm sure there's probably gonna be a
Yeah.
couple people there, you know.
There'll be the bakery maybe, because she bakes there on Friday and it smells so good in there.
I dropped these off last week at all the banks, most of the main restaurants downtown.
Yeah.
I told them that I'd be back probably, I think I told them on Monday if they needed more, but I'll go tomorrow at some point and deliver the rest of these.
You can take some of these, and then the rest of them will end up in the ticket booth
Okay.
And at my table.
for the day. Yeah.
I am going to Fopman's tomorrow to pick up the 4 mums. And I will drop off flyers there.
Okay. Ticket booth, I have my sister who did it last year. And then I have another close friend that is gonna
Okay.
be, it's the two of them all day. I said, when things slow down, why don't you go take off
Yep.
and enjoy?
Perfect.
And if you see people lining up again, come on back and vice versa, so they'll enjoy. And I know where they both live in case we need to act. Sunday's gonna be amazing.
No kidding. People are like, how you doing? Ask me on Sunday. It gives me a chuckle every year with my vendor, or a vendor calls, it's like, oh, I know I'm last minute. Can I get a corner spot? My street has been set for almost 2 weeks now. Can I be on Main Street? Can I pay extra to be on Main Street? Okay. I don't promise anything, and I say, you know, you're coming in rather late. So, but next year, what I do with the vendors I have this year, as soon as the application vendor form is ready, I send it out about February or March, and they go right to my vendors from the previous year first. Then I wait a week or two, and then it's advertised to the public. So the previous year vendors have first shot.
When I get, it'll either be tonight, Tony, or first thing in the morning, early, I'll send you that updated phone
Yep.
too.
So I'll need it for tomorrow's meeting.
I might ask John to just do one more post, just if we can,
Yep.
you're gonna get like 3 or 4 more people, you know, kind of use as fillers or something. That'll be good.
I'd like to request Miss Sarah to be at my table from 12 to 4 on Saturday.
There's
I know
currently
you-
audio issues,
Yeah. I know she does cable.
She can't do that because she's
I thought it was worth the ask. She enjoys the chuckle. Okay, I don't have anything else.
I don't think so. I think we're done. I think we're ready.
Well, we're as ready as can be besides filling in the last of the volunteers. Now, I did read on Facebook that we had some volunteers that can't stand on their feet much or whatever. It's like, you can do the hat table. All you have to do is sit there and make sure they don't take a whole bunch of stuff.
I didn't see that.
That was on all of the local Facebook pages, and John was answering
Oh.
most of them.
On the like other towns?
Nope, our town. We are dynamic,
Right.
we are delightful.
Oh, I didn't know Delightful.
There's also Douglas Blackstone Facebook page. So, yeah. I'm hoping we get some carved pumpkin people, carved pumpkins. We have trophies.
We need dogs. John says, we need doggy race signups. So if anybody out there has a little dog that they want to race and maybe win $100, enter him in the little doggy race.
And your dog gets to be on TV.
They can sign an application. I'll download the application on the Octoberfest website.
You trying to find a hidden stash?
Like rubber bands.
And
They're in the other room.
they're in the other room.
Okay, I'm good, I'm done.
Okay, I think we're done.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.